What's good? What's good? What's good? Let's get the likes up as y'all walk in. Let's get the likes up as y'all walk in. Let's get the likes up. What we got in the building? We got money. What up? Knowledge. What up? You said I got going by what? Was anything happen? But you know I go in every day, so you know how we do. Marquise, what up? Said you gotta break this down, this turkey and cheese sandwich. Let's go. I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody who pulling up. Yeah, this gonna be. I got. Oh man, these fucking. He said, Ram, you losing weight. Yeah, definite, man. Yo, it's crazy. This is how I know I'm losing weight. Everybody named their mother noticing it. Yeah, I had to, man, because that sugar, man, I ain't want no parts of that. I ain't want no parts of that. Shit. So they sat there and said, yo, you gotta lose a couple pounds because the sugar is creeping up there. And the reason, right, I'm gonna be honest, right? I see diabetics, like people I know and fuck with, right? And shit is real. Shit is real. I see people lose legs, lose toes, they eyesight. I'm like, oh, hell no. Hell no. I said, man, once I start getting a big picture, I'm like, shit. And my father, he became a diabetic, I think he was like 60 something years old. Hold up, because he like 80 now, and I like 20 years ago. I think my father became a diabetic, I think like in 04, some shit like that. So I'm definitely Tyrell. I'm definitely gonna talk about the draft. I'm leading off with that. Let's get the likes up. I'm leading off with that, and I'm just gonna get right to it now. I'm gonna give y'all some backstory. See, this is the good thing where I can, because anybody been following me, I ain't gonna say too much, because it's still, I just don't want to, you know. But the NBA did Memphis, they did them grimy, and reason why they did them grimy, we all know, like the rules. 29 teams voted for the tanking rules to approve. Only one team didn't approve that, and it was the Memphis Grizzlies. I got information on why. And this is why I don't like Adam Silver. I like Adam Silver. Anybody know me, been watching the show, we need the likes, so we got 7 likes. Anybody know me who been watching the show for a while, know one thing I don't like. I don't like picking and choosing. Picking and choosing to me is a form of bullying. It's a form of it. It's really not bullying, but it's like a form of it. Picking and choosing, right? Now I got intel. I got intel the reason why they did that to the Grizzlies, because it was an easy fix. Think about this. If this was the Spurs, because you know they love like Popovich. Uh, if there's the Spurs, the Lakers, be honest, if it was the Lakers too, the Spurs, Lakers, um, these Celtics, Knicks, that would have never happened. Even if the NBA or the Clippers, Adam Silver scared to death of Steve Ballmer. So I'm gonna give y'all intel what it is. The NBA they didn't like the Grizzlies. Adam Silver, and I think I might have talked about this. I'm not sure about the John Morant thing. They were trying to really go in, and it was a big thing behind the scenes with the punishment with the John Morant with the gun thing. It was a big thing, and Memphis really was protecting John Morant, and Adam Silver wanted to throw the hammer, and it was a back and forth, a real back and forth behind the scenes with the John Morant thing, with the gun thing, and that caused a major rift in their situation. I am say the NBA. I'm say Adam Silver. He didn't like how Memphis was going to handle the John Morant thing. He really didn't like it, and then I think that really started playing a part on it, because he, even with the John Morant, when he do the thing with the guns, Adam Silver got on him about that, and Memphis like, yo, that's not a crime. The thing. They was like, well, Jamal Murray do something like that. It was a big thing behind the scenes with the first thing with the gun thing, and even when John Morant do the gun thing like that, when he do that, it was a big thing. So the NBA, I ain't say the NBA, Adam Silver got his payback. He found the way. Now with that, he found the way to screw Memphis, and he's screwing them because it's an easy fix. How now Memphis, that pick for the Jaren Jackson Jr., the Utah pick, they can never get a top 5 pick, because you can't get top 5 in 3 consecutive years. So they got the top 5 when they got Con Knipple. They got the second pick this year. So they next year pick they can't get. So if it go top 5, it can't be top 5. That Utah pick, even if Utah bad, that's not right, man. That's not right. Let's get the likes up, man. That's not right. Let's just get the likes up, man. That we got 8 likes and we got 24 people in here, 27 people in here. It's wrong. They got a top. So what do Utah no longer own the pick no more? They no longer own the pick. That pick goes to the Grizzlies. Why is they getting penalized for it? Why are they getting penalized for it? It's an easy fix. If that pick don't belong to you no more, it's not yours no more. I'm curious. I can't wait to see how they handle this Kawhi joint. I guarantee you, because it's pretty much they hammering something for next year. I want to see how they handle this Kawhi stuff. If they start taking picks and don't take this 5th pick before the draft, it's going to be a problem, man. I don't like that. I don't like that. That is strictly out of pocket what Adam Silver is doing. He ain't saying nothing. I know what he's trying to do. That Kawhi thing, I've been saying this. It's gonna be, they're gonna wait till the draft over with, man. It don't take that long to investigate nothing like that, man. It don't take that long. It ain't even talk about it. It don't take that long. They gonna wait. I won't be surprised the NBA telling them, yo, just trade Kawhi. Just trade him. Just trade him. I won't be surprised if Adam Silver just tell him just to get rid of him. This way, when he get punched, he's not gonna get punched like it's doing something to him, but not as bad as the organization. It's fluky. It's fluky. They get the 5th pick, and you'll hear nothing about it, because everybody know the first thing, anytime it's any type of investigation, the first thing goes is the picks. Even with the Joe Smith thing, when they did the under the hand table with the signing of Joe Smith. When they did the under the hand thing with the Joe Smith, the first thing they took was the draft picks. Everybody and their mother know the punishment is guaranteed going to be draft picks. Whatever punishment it is going to be draft picks. How come this year is they not going to do that because they got the 5th pick? This is fucked up, man. This is grimy what they doing, man. And Adam Silver show his biasness all the time, man. He's crooked, man. Come on, we got 10 likes. Come on, 35 people in here. Come on, man. PG Big Dog, they not taking that fifth pick. You're right. They gonna sit there and say every pick after that. I guarantee they ain't taking that fifth pick. They telling the clip, they probably tell Adam probably said this trade Kawhi because the punishment gonna Kawhi gotta get punched. He can't and get punched is suspended. That's the only thing. They're not gonna tell him go in his account and give back $10 million. They're not gonna do that. His punishment gonna be suspension. And so if he on another team, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And they going to take draft picks. It's no waiting around. They're not going to say, okay, we finding you $50 million. Because the other owner's not going for that. If he said, I find you $50 million, the other owner's not going for that. Because that's not no punishment. Because they team still can operate. But Ballmer, $50 million is not that big of a deal. We found them $50 million. Nah. We not doing that. We not doing that. Because that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to put like a high fine on it. And Ballmer pockets is deep. A fine don't do nothing with them hurting their franchise. You need to hurt the franchise. Draft picks and things like that. On top of fines. Because the fines really, to be honest, the two things you really need to do. All they draft picks, right? Even on the Stepien rule, you're not gonna see them in the draft no matter what in the next 5 years. That's how it had to be. And they can't, even if they trade, they can't if it falls in that year, them years. And fines. And Kawhi gotta get hit. He gotta get hit severely. Kawhi got to at least get hit 40 games. At least half the season. Because he got to pay for his uncle. Because his uncle, Kawhi had to get paid, got to get punched from both. Him doing it and his uncle. Because his uncle, nothing really can happen to his uncle. What can happen to his uncle? His uncle don't have no other clients. So his uncle gonna run out of this squeaky clean. So he had to get the double whammy. Kawhi got to at least get half the season. Easy. Half the season. Because let's say if it's half the season, let's say if he make $50 million, that's $25 million. That's sufficient. Because he pocket that's the same thing he pretty much pocket in the thing. You got to make an example, man. He said Steve Ballmer funds the NBA, and that's sad because he doing this to the Memphis, Robert Parra and they ownership and stuff. You punish them because something you ain't like how they was handling the situation with John Morant. He was on their back from day one. Y'all know I know. I was saying too much, even though my people's not what it is, but still, it's still relationships maybe with different. I just don't want to do too much. But that's the reason why, man. Because if you think about it, it's a quick fix. And it's a fix that everybody, that's just something, if you don't no longer own that pick, like how? Utah can't get 3 consecutive picks. They not. They own the Jazz, Memphis own their pick. So now Memphis can't, that's crazy. He said, Ballmer, good guy. Nah, I don't rock with that because Adam Silver got his picks. That's the thing. Even Ballmer is a good guy. I don't like the picks because somebody else, this shit would have never been this long. He going hard with this anti-tanking thing. He go hard with this. And that's just, if you ask me, that's worse. If you ask me, teams tanking to get better or teams cheating to get players and stuff like that. Like, come on. That's like we finding out Jalen Brunson. We thought he took a $113 million pay cut, but he got that in cash. They gave him $113 million under the table. That'd be crazy. If it was to come out right now that Jalen Brunson didn't take the $113 million, they gave it to him under the table. They told him to do it, and they gave him that under the table, and allowed them to get OG and Cat and them guys like that. And the Knicks, let's say if they win a championship, that would be crazy if something like that was to come out. Come on, man. We gotta stop this. Let GMs be good GMs. Let coaches be good coaches. I ain't with the cheating shit. That's why I ain't never been crazy about all that. And that's what somebody, and I really didn't want to bring, but I'm just gonna make it quick. This is not really saying nothing bad about it. This is what when a LeBron fan came and said something to me, was like this years ago. Like, you should want LeBron. At least with LeBron, all the good players, everybody gonna want to come play for the Lakers. And he could get good players. It's going to take less money. Everybody, good players, going to want to come play for Lakers. I said, I'm not with all that. Let them, let everybody, let it happen how it happens. It means more, man. It means more. It means more. Of course, if we get good players, the right way sign or a trade, something happened, yeah. Or we drafted a player and he turned out to be a beast. Like, come on. But I'm not with that right there. And my thing is, that makes, don't get me wrong, it's gonna help the NBA. But my thing is this: the way Adam Silver did that, he could have easily been like, oh, okay, cool. Utah can't have Utah won't have it because they don't own their pick this year. So once this year go by, they eligible for it if they in top 5 2 consecutive years. Like, come on, man. The NBA joint is for 3 years. It's for 3 years, literally 3 years, and then a new CBA. Why are you killing Memphis right now with that? If that be a top 5 pick, Memphis wouldn't be able to get it. Would be wrong, man. Would be wrong. Memphis had 2 chances to get a top 5 pick. They pick and Utah pick. And they're not going to be able to benefit from it. That's not right, man. You think the Spurs, let's talk about Game 7. Do you think the Spurs win in Game 7? I don't know. Because you can see clearly that Jalen Williams hurt. Jalen Williams is hurt. You clearly can see that the man is hurt. And I don't know if it's going to be a war. I don't know. Whatever it is, I just want a healthy team playing the Knicks. I want a healthy team playing the Knicks. Now teams get Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Damn, no, they get 3 days off. A whole day Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Damn, it start Wednesday. Damn, so they get 3 days. Well, I guess that's better than nothing. 4 days have been ideal. But they get 3 days off. And they get to stay. The good thing about it, if it's Thunder, they could just win and just stay where they at. The Spurs will have to go to San Antonio. He said Robinson out for the season. I ain't hear that. They say a pinky. I thought you could play with a broken pinky. He out for the season? I ain't see that. They just said what I saw, they said no timetable for his return. That's all I saw. Now, if you said broken hand, yeah, broken pinky, even broken like finger, like your I think it's the right hand too. He's right-handed. I thought you could play with a broken pinky. No, I know it hurts like crazy, but I thought you still probably can play with it. You know, but I believe they definitely may sit him for like the first, like you said, it's very painful. He may sit like maybe the first 2 games, maybe, because it just happened. Yeah, Pinky, especially his type of game. See, a guy like Brunson, ooh, Brunson had the ball in his hand a lot, and then if it's like his left hand, he had to. Oh man, it will a broken pinky would destroy Brunson. But a guy like him, I think he can. A guy like him out of everybody, you'll rather him than anybody. Because his game is just defense. He's going to box out and rebound. You can rebound with your left. You could touch it a little bit with some of your fingers. He'd be all right. He said Braun would faint. Yo, he crazy. A broken pinky normally lasts about, what, a month, right? Now, if he had like more of a finger, like the point finger, I think that'd be even worse. A pinky, like the simple fact is the last finger. But I think pinky hurts more, I think. I broke my finger before, not my pinky. I broke my finger twice. He said Braun would have wore a neck break with a broken pinky. Yo, he crazy. But yeah, let's get the likes up, y'all. But it's crazy though. I think another thing in the NBA, then they just do stupid. Adam just wanted to do shit. You can't protect the picks 12 to 15. To be honest, this is my thing. I think they should just do this, man. If you're gonna do something like that, I just say, you can have tiers. You can have tiers, right? You can just say non-protection. I mean, you only can protect a top 3 pick. You only can protect the top 3. Now you only can protect the top 3 pick. Or maybe and depending on the tier of the person. You could do like 2 tiers. This is what you could do, right? If it's a star type player, a top 3 protected. If it's a role player, let's say if it's a guy like a Herb Jones, for instance, right? A guy like Herb Jones, you could say, all right, that if he's in the trade, it's top 5. You can protect your pick up to 5. But if it's a player like a BJS Stone, it could be a top 3. No 4, either top 3 or top 5. You could do it like that. That make it, if he's not like a all-star, you could say all-star level player, whatever falls in that criteria. A high level all-star type player, it could be a top 3 protected. If it's anything outside of that, a top 5 protected. And just leave it simple as that. Leave it simple as that. He got top, like, they need to get away from that. Oh, I remember Ruggs. Ruggs waiting for Elder, I see. He waiting for Elder. He said, I told you about the Knicks front office. I remember you and Elder used to go back and forth about your Knicks. You was the only Knicks fan. I'm gonna try to get Elder to pull up one of these days. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get Elder to pull up one of these days. Ruggs on his get back. See, the Knicks, listen, I'll get credit where credit's due. One thing with the Knicks got smart. They said, you know what? Forget all that star chasing. You don't need, a lot of these stars don't be who they say they are. Like, look, right now, they're starting to put Brunson over Donovan Mitchell. Only now. Prior to now, they still have Donovan Mitchell because Donovan Mitchell came out the gate was good. Not that he was highly regarded coming out of college, but he got Donovan Mitchell was good from day one in the NBA. So he looked at as a star more than Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson been in the league for some years, and he was a second round pick. His type of game, he was with Luka. They was like, even though he killed in the playoffs, they looked at that was more flukish. Him killing in the playoffs, they looked at it was flukish. The people fail to realize he was killing in the playoffs with Dallas. People act like he just got to New York. He started popping. And the thing about it, they could have had Brunson for $12 million. They tried to give him $8 million a year. They could have had him re-signed them in that October for $12 million. And he already showed strides. See, that's the crazy, but see, he's small, super small, and he was looked at as a backup. That he was just forced to start. He was looked at as a backup. He forced to start, and they're like, I'm not paying no $12 million for no backup. That's how Dallas looked at it. They wanted him because Brunson was getting like $2 million, and they wanted to give him $8 million, and he wanted $12 million. He wanted the 4. It was like 4 year, $50 million, some shit like that. Yeah, like it was about 13. Like it was like 4 year, 48 or 4 year, 50, 51. It was something like that. I remember. They asked them for it, and they said no. And they didn't look at him. They was looking at to slot somebody else in that starting lineup. They didn't see Brunson as a starter. They like, he's not a starter, and I'm not paying no $50 million for a guy. 50 sounds like a lot of money, so I'm gonna make it more, more stress. They like, I'm not paying no $12 million, 12 and a half, $13 million for no backup. Even though his production was good. He said by the time Braun money come up the books, there won't be no more free agents left. You're right. And see, the thing is, the problem with the NBA when they did that Supermax stuff, that to me, that's just crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. Because let's say, for instance, Jalen Duren had a solid. Let's say he didn't go bad like that, but nothing crazy. See, people think mix good performance up with great performance. See, NBA accept mediocre. You know what I mean? They accept that. You know what I mean? To be mediocre, NBA accept that. You know why? Because he averaged 10 points, right? Let's say he averaged 20, but no real impact. Let's say he wasn't as sorted out as being bad. Let's say he was just solid. Let's say he averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, and he still, like, it was nothing dominant. He averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds. He's just solid. Right? He's solid. Like, he's playing well. Like, he played well. Not nothing dominant, but played well. They gave him the Supermax. The simple fact he made all NBA team, he would have got the Supermax. That's crazy. And that's still not Supermax. If he would have averaged 20 and 10. 20 and 10 is not all that anyway. And they still would have lost. Let's say he averaged 20 since the playoffs period. And let's say he shot 52% from the field. He would have got a Supermax. That's crazy. And his team would have went to the second round, lost in a game 7 in the second round, and he would have got a 287 contract. Just because of his numbers. That's why you cannot base it off numbers. You can't. Can't base it off numbers. You have to go play dominance. Like right now, like I remember we used to have this argument, right? A lot of people used to sit there and say Austin Reeves better than Alex Caruso, right? Austin Reeves is better. This, that, and the third, boom, boom, boom. And on surface, if you just go boom, it's like Austin Reeves averaged more rebounds and more assists, more points than Alex Caruso, right? But Alex Caruso had more impact on winning. See, he has a stronger impact on winning, even in regular season. This impact period. But if you just go straight on numbers, it looks crazy. And I'm not just saying just the playoffs. Like even the regular season, he has more impact. He's very impactful on the game. And it get me mad when, and this is why they need guys like me on the big screen, because they keep yelling out, and this is where it's very important with me, right? They keep yelling out, Lakers stupid, and keep trying to hammer the Lakers. They hammer the Lakers and Sixers every time. And I think, to me, the Sixers worse than the Lakers. The reason why I say this, right? They hammer every game, every Thunder game. You see two things. They hammered the Sixers about trading Jared McCain, and they hammered the Lakers about Alex Caruso. So they hammer the Lakers every time. I can't believe they just let Alex Caruso walk. Being cheap. Every game, they say the same thing about Alex Caruso. Even they've done this last year. And every game, they do the same thing. Jared McCain with Sixers. The reason why I say the Sixers thing is worse than the Laker thing, because Jared McCain, if you look, he was top rookie, right? He was the top rookie on that, and then he got hurt. You look at skill set and be like, oh, wow, we need that young, and then you look at he's already under contract, right? So then you go, okay, you look at Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso fit with the Lakers. The Lakers is like everybody did well. You know what I mean? Alex Caruso did do well. You can't take that away from him. He did well, right? But everybody is like, he wasn't no outlier like Jared McCain was. Oh wow, a rookie coming averaging 18 points. Jared McCain was killing before he messed his leg up. He was killing. Like damn, he on the second year's contract. He doing all this, and he only getting about $4 million. So it was like, yo, he's young. Everything about okay, cool. And the Sixers were just worried about like a luxury tax where they could have did it in other ways. Really, Paul George, they saved money when Paul George got suspended. They did it in other ways. They could have, it's like other players they could have just did. It's not like they luxury tax. It had to be Jared McCain. No, it could have been Drummond. They could have got rid of Kyle Lowry. They didn't want to do it, right? They didn't want to get rid of Kyle Lowry for whatever reasons, right? Drummond, Eric Gordon. There's other things they could have just did. You know what I mean? They choose not to do. They said, fuck it. We could get, like Adam, like he said. To me, he's saying it wasn't a luxury track, and I'm starting to think it wasn't a luxury track move. I honestly think it wasn't to save no money. They did that because they like, oh, we could get an extra draft pick for trades. He looked down the line, like when the summer come, it could help us now. We have 3 or 4 draft picks to trade. And he looked at it as, DJ Escombe and Maxey already get bulk of the minutes. And Jared McCain is little. He looked at Jared McCain as little. BJ Escombe and Maxey get both of the minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to play two small guards if it's Maxey and McCain. So I honestly believe it was that, because I don't think it was really a luxury tax. The luxury tax wasn't crazy. They could have just waived the minimum player, and really the Paul George thing really helped them when he got suspended for them 50 games. So I don't get that. No, Paul George lost 25 games, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I just think that it's worse, because if you look at Alex Caruso, right? And see, people just so in love with Alex Caruso when he was on the Lakers. Anything he did was good. So people don't see that. I really scouted Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso was a hustler, a guy that goes hard, far as loose balls. He was a guy, he's never going to give up. He's going to win the 50-50 balls and stuff like that. That was Caruso. He wasn't no lockdown defender like that. See, this is the thing where they trying to say, to Alex Caruso's point, he got better. I'm just picking him as a Laker. He was not no shutdown defender like that. He played well, and that just was that. He was smart. He was in the right spot. He double teamed at the right time. Any ball get loose, he get it. You know what I mean? Because he was real scrappy, and he occasionally knocked down a shot. He was averaging like 5 or 6 points. He was averaging like 5 or 6 points. So offensively, he was just nothing. You know what I'm saying? When he to bring the ball up, he got better. The bottom line is he got better. But if you look at it, and you look at what Taylor Horton-Tucker, see, this is where you can't. See, this is why I said it's easy to play Monday Night Football, right? If you look at the two, Taylor Horton-Tucker was bigger than Alex Caruso, right? He had long arms. He's good athletic, much better ball handler, a great finisher. And you just look at his game. Then he was 20 years old. 20. So a team feel like if you got to pay Horton-Tucker, people like, oh, you should have paid both of them. Okay, you paid both of them. Now you got to clear away minutes for certain guys. See, this is where people ain't thinking about, right? And this is where they get lost at. They be like, oh, you should have had both of them. Where was the minutes? Now you paying a young guy this money, and you paying Alex Caruso this money. Now these guys need minutes. Where's the minutes coming in at? Because you had KCP there, you had Danny Green, you had you know what I'm saying? They got rid of Danny Green. Matter of fact, they got rid of Danny Green first. They had got Schroeder. So you got Schroeder, you got KCP, you got Avery Bradley. You got different guards. So it's like, where he gonna get minutes at? So if I'm gonna pay this young guy, you got to clear the way for the minutes. That's the same thing with people talk about with Dylan Harper. That's the same thing. When you got a young guy and he's flourishing or whatever it is, right? And you want him to take that next step. That next step is minutes. That next step is minutes. That next step is minutes. So it's like where the minutes gonna come in at? It's like, you know what I'm saying? So now you done pay Alex Caruso all this money. You pay Horton-Tucker this money. And that luxury tax bill. And like they said, it wouldn't have been them paying Alex Caruso that. It would have been like him paying him $36 million. We could all sit there and say, oh, the Lakers is tight. the Lakers is cheap, and everybody's saying that they're not looking at the grand scheme of things. It is that the truth of the matter, he was loved. If that would have been Avery Bradley, they would have had no problem. The conversation would have been that. If it would have been the pick between Avery Bradley and Avery Bradley was he's a defender. This guy's a fucking clown right here, man. He saw me. This fucking clown saw me ask for the parking spot. Put his head down. Yeah, I did some wild shit just now. Fuck you looking at? Damn, they mind their business. I did some wild shit just now for this parking spot. Shit, I ain't nobody's in danger. I gotta get it. My thing is this. My thing is this. They only overreact over that Alex Caruso because he's the fan favorite. That's it. Because as far as play and stuff like that, let that have been Avery. They would be like, oh, I understand. Because they was mad at the Alex Caruso thing from day one. And my thing is, I understood it. That's like right now, you have two guys. Like the perfect example, the Knicks. The Knicks had, and this is a little different. The Knicks had Rod Strickland and Mark Jackson. They was a year apart. Mark Jackson came first, was Rookie of the Year in the 87 draft, right? Rod Strickland came out in the 88 draft, right? So Rod Strickland was too good. You can't, it would have been no minutes. See, back then, they didn't do what they did now. See, right now, they're probably like, fuck you. See how like Fox, and I guess it's a little different because Fox and Fox is like probably like a legit maybe 6'3", and Harper probably like a legit 6'4.5". He's not no 6'6". Like they need to stop with that shit. But anyway, and the way the game played now, you can do that. You can do that. So, but back then, teams would never play no two small guards. Because him and Rod Strickland both like 6'2". Rod Strickland and Mark Jackson. So back then, they would have never did that. That was not happening. So like I said, back then that would have never happened. So it's like Rod Strickland's too good to be getting backup minutes. They got rid of Rod Strickland, right? So that's the same thing like now with Caruso and Horton Tucker. And people fail to realize, and this where Lakers fans go wrong at. People don't fail to realize when Horton Tucker came. Remember, he started the season hurt. The year he got the contract. He came back his first 3 games. He averaged 25 points. See, people don't talk about that. And this is where trash Laker fans come in at, right? Because, and this is why the Lakers is going to be problems with this Laker team, right? This is where it's going to be problems with the Laker team. You know why? Because Horton Tucker averaged 25 points his first 3 games when he came off the injury. Remember, he didn't start the season. He was hurt. He came back, averaged 25 points. Then the 4th game he played, that's when he got like hurt, and I think he struggled. He got hurt again. So once he got hurt again, he rushed back, and he never was the same. But instead of the fans and organization supporting him, They got down on him. Oh, you shouldn't, because he's struggling because he was trying to do too much. He was trying to do too much because he got a lot of heat because a lot of fans felt that they should have picked Caruso over him or the Lakers should have signed both of them. So so he had something to prove. And if you watch him, and I watched it closely, if you watched him, he played like that. He was like too aggressive every when he got in the game. He averaged 25 points the first 3 games. And then he got hurt, and then he just never recovered. But as him recovering, the organization didn't support him like that. And the fans went crazy on him, and never the same. 20-year-old man, 20-year-old kid. Never supported him. This is why I don't like the Lakers, man. Because they did it with him, but Bronny could sit there and hit one 3-pointer and they lose him by 37 points. And they sitting there be like, yo, it's a learning curve. They coddle him. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said the Lakers got a backwards organization, man. The Lakers is very backwards, man. Backwards. And they didn't nurture him. They just left him out on the island and he had to figure out on his own. And then everybody know, especially when you young, when your even a veteran player, when your look what happened to Ben Simmons. That confidence thing is real. That confidence is huge. Confidence and heart is two different things. When that confidence go, it changed. Yo, I see it with people with everyday life with people with looks and stuff. A girl gained a little weight or some shit like that, or she ain't is looking, or a guy used to getting money, he ain't getting no money no more, and he thinking it start fucking with your head. When you start aging some, whatever your confidence, everybody say I'm confident. A lot of people who say they confident, people don't be as confident like they say it is. There's some things that can make you feel away. And I think that is the problem right there. I think that like I said, the Lakers, I think that was it, because he's playing good. And then anybody would take a 20-year-old guy like that, his skill set, over a guy like Caruso if they had to pick, and they had to give him minutes. That's like right now, Dylan Harper, 20 years old, right? It's hard to compare them two. I'm gonna think of two people. I need y'all to hold on 1 second. Y'all, give me 1 second. Hit the like button. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm telling you that's just what it is. I'm telling you, that's exactly what it is right there. That's like right now, two players, this skill, let's just say skill set. Caruso got better. But Caruso games right now not sexy. He's just super smart. And like, let's say offensively, where's he's super talented. Look at the stuff Horton Tucker could do. Correct. The Lakers trade him and made him untradeable. See, that's the problem with thank you, bro. That is the problem with the Lakers. They don't, like, that is perfect. Yo, you hit it on the nose. They made him untradeable, and they doing the same thing with Dalton Connect. They make them they never come out and gas up their players. Like for instance, all you hear about Herb Jones. Oh man, Lakers players loving Herb Jones, right? They loving Herb Jones. Laker fans. But guess what? People feel to realize Herb Jones been looking like shit. And I know because I followed the Pelicans, because y'all know I was following them through Brandon Ingram. And I kind of like, you know what I mean, like they team. So I was following the Pelicans. So I pretty much know he's not all that. But all you hear, oh man, Lakers with this, that, and the player, but they don't big up their own players. They don't. But when it comes to another team, they be loving another team. Herb Jones right now still going for a first round. Herb Jones really not. He's injured. If you count injuries and struggling offensively, many games you wouldn't even know he on the court, man. You wouldn't even know he on the court. He's a like abusive husband with a pretty wife. You're right. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I'm saying is, if you look at like the small sample size, that is why the Lakers, to be honest, they could have. It's hard. Or what the Lakers should have did. Don't get me wrong. I'm not giving the Lakers an out because what they could have did, they could have just either they got him and then looked to trade him because he only got $7 million. They could have even if they did that. So I'm not giving. They should have just to be honest. They probably could have just signed both of them and then see how it play out and then look to trade. Get something for them instead of letting them go for nothing. So I agree with them on that. But what I'm saying is, Alex Caruso is not the player that y'all see now. That's my whole point in this. All that they see now, he wasn't that. They act like they Lakers let that go. He was a guy. Now he got better. His and stuff got way better. I used to see him get blown by one dribble, man. And I pointed that out, and everybody said, "Kareem, you're a genius. Kareem, you right." So many people said that. He says Herb has regressed. He did, but he's still on. He still can notch your first round. The same thing. People was going crazy over Finney Smith. Like these, I know Laker fans. They go so crazy on other players, and they players they call them trash, and that do something. Laker fans, it's a cause of a lot of stuff. They kill their own trade value. So all player have to do, like, oh, the fan base hate him. So we gonna make them pay if we take him. The guy's not that bad, but the way they talk about him, we're gonna do that. Look how they did Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley was good everywhere he went. Malik Beasley was good everywhere he went, and he's good everywhere he went. Malik Beasley, everywhere. We came to Lakers. He shot well. So he's a bum. He just they don't give nobody no chance. They just go all in. It's like an all in assault on players when they don't ride and support their players. He said, "Crane, you're wrong. Most got a point. What most got a point about?" It wasn't just Dame, bro. You think I'm talking about? I'm just talking about Dame because that was the first round when they played Portland. It wasn't. You think I'm? You should know me better than that. You should know me better than that. You should know me better than that. Look what he just said. He said they ain't blow by anybody. Number one, Dame don't blow by anybody with no one dribble. So that's false right there. The one dribble, Dame wasn't blowing by nobody. He can do it and get separated and shoot a jump shot. I mean blowing by him going to the basket. He was doing off one dribble, and Dame was not doing that off with nobody. Dame do that. He tried to do it, and a lot of times he step back and do the step back jump shot. So that's force right there. That's force. What you saying right there? They ain't blown by anybody. He was not blown by anybody like that. He was not. That's why a lot of times he shot a lot of jump shots. Dame ain't even go to the basket a lot like that. So that's definitely force. What you saying? He ain't even go to the basket like that. So that's definitely force. We anybody watch Dame know he don't go to the basket like that. So if I'm sitting there saying blowing by him, he blowing down. I ain't saying blowing by him to take a jump shot. That's for. And then number two, I'm not talking about just Dame. You think I'm gonna judge him on that? I'm talking about you saying he could. He was not blown by. He was. I ain't going back and forth with that. But anyway, he was. And I'm not just talking. The thing is, I'm not really. I just brought Dame up because that was the last time, really, in the finals. What we talking about? I mean, in that playoff series, and last year with the Lakers. So that's the reason why I just brought up Dame. But it was more than just Dame. It's more than just Dame. It was more than just Dame. I just clearly said we watched Dame. The guys I watched and showed that he was getting blown by a lot. He got better. Then he said Caruso led the league and still the year he left the Lakers. You ain't hear nothing I said. I said he got better. I'm talking about strictly what you saw at the Lakers. He was more of a defender. I clearly said the man got better. I clearly said that. He got better. Said he got better. I'm just going by that year right there. It wasn't as Avery Bradley was the Lakers' best defender. Then KCP. I'm saying after the guards. Then Caruso. No, yeah, then Caruso and Danny Green. Danny Green played good defense that year too, but it was clear as day. It was Avery Bradley, KCP, and then maybe Caruso. One thing about me, I know what I'm talking about. You keep missing the point. He's saying, "Oh, well, he just don't like THT." That's what that is. If you go right now with the organization, a player Caruso is not. So you're looking at it now. Let's say right now, perfect example. I'm gonna give a perfect example. Who's like a young? That's like Carter Bryant right now, right? I'm trying to get an example of a guy that's young, 20 years old, compared to somebody 26 years old, 27. I think Caruso was 27, right? A 20 put it this way, a 20-year-old, we could say anybody, a guy that's who's a guy that's like a hustling guy right now. That I can't say Lou Dort, because Lou Dort played. Mind you, Caruso is only been in the league a little while too, so I want to say somebody who Lou Dort kind of established and kind of. I'm trying to think of somebody like see how I could think about this. If you put somebody like, let's just say somebody been in the league, an undrafted guy, come to the league, he hustled, he grabbed scrappy and grabbed loose balls and stuff, right? Then you got a guy that's super young, 19, because he was 19 when he came to the Lakers, but he's 20 that year. And he getting praises for Kawhi Leonard and stuff like that. He finishing around people, his handle, his stuff, this, that, and the third. And you seeing this stuff, right? And you have to pick between the two. A talented young guy or a scrappy veteran. Who's the average person picking? A guy that's 20 years old that looking promising, or a scrappy veteran that you know what he's gonna be. You're gonna pick the young, talented, athletic guy any day of the week. I'm not just looking at he played good defense. You is wilding. He played TST was playing good defense that year too. He had played good. THT played good D. He played good D. This is the point I'm trying to make. Only played the little he played the very little bit of minutes, and he played good D in that stretch. He was guarding Kawhi. He guarded Kawhi. Kawhi's a scorer. Kawhi said, "Yo, how old are you?" And Kawhi don't talk. Kawhi don't say nothing about nothing. Kawhi like, "Yo, that kid, the Lakers got gonna be good." Kawhi is a guy don't talk and say nothing. So when he say something, you gotta listen. Kawhi said, "Who's that? That kid, the Lakers." Kawhi asked him, "How old are you?" And when THT told him how old he was man and man physically holding his own physically with Kawhi. Physically, he's holding his own against Kawhi. Physically, at I think he was 19 that year or 20, whatever he was. Because he only been in the league, because that's why his contract, he only had like a 1 or 2 year contract, then he became a free agent. When he did that, and a guy like Kawhi say that, he's 20, you can't sneeze at that. You can't sneeze at. That's something you need to take. See, the thing is, most don't like THT because he came to his team Chicago, and most like he not giving him no leeway, which is cool. Most ain't giving him no leeway, which is cool because his experience with THT is horrible, right? And one thing y'all know about me, the difference between me and a lot of guys, no matter if I like somebody or dislike them, I'm calling it fair. I'm calling it fair. No matter if I like a guy or don't like him, I calls it fair. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the reality of it right there. That's the reality right there. You know what I'm saying? You guys, and I will always, when a player going against a player, I always gonna go on that. THT, and I'm not looking at scoring. He battled him, and he was solid defensively. He had the long arms. He didn't pan out. The thing was, the Lakers didn't have enough time to really evaluate. He only been in the league 1 or 2 years. He wasn't getting no minutes. He getting spot minutes. You couldn't really get a real hold of it. And the Lakers bought a pick to get him. And then another thing, there's another thing. They blame the Lakers organization. That's another thing with Clutch. THT was a Clutch client. So, you know that has something to do with it. You know that. And Clutch ran the Lakers. They ran the Lakers. Look what they did to get THT. See, this is what y'all fail to realize. They did that and jumped. He's a Clutch client, and he was like, the Lakers went through a lot to get THT. A young Clutch client on a 2-year contract. We know that was going to happen. He said Magic did Bird LeBron wrong. He had him convinced him to go to the Lakers and dipped out. Tell me how he did LeBron wrong. Don't you know the franchise has been worse with Magic? Where did he go wrong at? Where did he go wrong at? And the reason why I don't, and I'm always going to have love for Magic Johnson, but Magic Johnson, another guy I don't respect like that because Magic don't stand on nothing. Magic going to be everybody's friend. You don't operate like that. And I'm a Laker fan. You don't operate like that. You don't operate like that. Magic going to be everybody's friend. You can't operate like that. Magic had a comment about Bronny. That's how he felt about Bronny, and then walked the whole thing back. Then sat there and said he can be a starter in the NBA. Can't respect nothing like that with Magic. I mean, respect a person like that. No, you can't tell me, and you have a whole feeling of a person, and then you did a whole 360. It's not like he said that about Bronny, and then Bronny had like 3 straight games with him scoring 25 points, and then he like, oh, I changed my mind. He just changed his mind, just randomly changed it. Magic gonna be everybody's friend. So you saying he did Bron a favor? I mean, to be honest, that's why I said, see, this is why me is important. You guys definitely have the like button to keep me motivated, cause y'all know I wasn't really doing videos that much, right? We all know I wasn't doing videos that much. Now it's like I come to y'all full force, right? And this is why y'all have to keep me motivated and keep me wanting to do this, right? Because you don't get what I give y'all nowhere else. Now I'm gonna go back to what he just said. He said Magic did Bron wrong. He convinced him to go there and then leave. Tell me, okay, him leaving, right? This him himself leaving. How did that affect LeBron James? Him Magic leaving. Tell me how that affect. LeBron James still ran the show with Clutch. They were still able to run. It's not like Magic was there like 2 years. They listen to everything LeBron and them do, and all the moves and all the signings. They doing everything for LeBron, and then he dips out, and then a new organization, they just switched up on LeBron. The Lakers did everything LeBron wants, so it didn't affect him. Just that Magic not in the building. Magic not being there did not affect LeBron not one bit. Magic, that did not affect LeBron not one bit. So what you're saying is not really valid. It's not valid what you're saying, bro. I just gotta keep it real with you. I appreciate your comment, but it don't make sense. That only makes sense is when things change for LeBron. LeBron still able, and Rich Paul, they still was able to maneuver and put their weight on the franchise. To get the franchise do whatever they want. Everything went by LeBron James, and they had influence on everything. And one thing I do know, and I'm not saying defending the Lakers, one thing the Lakers ain't letting they favorite. Not let's just keep it real. Now y'all want to keep it real, I got to say it, man. I got to say it. Let's just be honest. You think the Lakers gonna let a fan favorite and he's white, a fan favorite and he's white, let him go just to let him go? You think that? Jeannie loves her fan favorites. I don't think they just let him go for no money like that. I think they were like, yo, you gotta play THT. I honestly think that Clutch like, yo, you got to play him. What up, John? I honestly think that. I think Clutch like, yo, you gotta play him. And they probably like, man. I'm gonna try to do it live. He said he think the Knicks gonna win for a couple of reasons. So Keon said, "I'm gonna keep it real with you. If Bron, I'm about to log off. But I need you to please answer this, bro. I need you to please answer this." He said, "If Bron leaves, the Lakers not gonna win in the next 5 years. What do him leaving? So you think they're gonna win a championship while he there?" Bro. He said, "I'm keeping it real with you." He said, "If LeBron leaves the Lakers not gonna win in the next 5 years." You say that to say what? If he leaves, so you think if he stayed, the Lakers gonna win it? How long? Let me. I'm ask you this before I log off. Please respond. Cause this had to be one of the craziest comments out. So do you think the LeBron going to be around 5 years or 3 years? Or do you think the Lakers going to win a championship with LeBron a big keeper? Do you think the Lakers going to win a championship with LeBron? Because you said if he leaves, they're not going to be in the next 5 years. He's saying you have a better shot getting a chip with Bron on your team. He said you gotta. That's some.
Second floor, going down.
So you got a better chance of winning a chip. Who can you get that's better than Bron? I'm waiting, sir. See that I'm probably gonna let most go in on this one. He said, "Who the Lakers gonna get that's better than LeBron?" See, this is where y'all get it mixed up at. Right there, where you get it mixed up. You said, "Who they getting that's better than LeBron James?" Right? Of course, they not gonna get nobody better than him, but it don't work like that. People thought Phoenix was going down to the show. They got pretty much Dylan Brooks because what's his name ain't played the season. Now let's keep it 100. Jalen Green ain't played the season. Dylan Brooks came in and Phoenix became a better team. That's why I said I'm gonna let most handle that one. I'm gonna let most handle that one. Phoenix, look what most just said. They said the same thing with Kevin Durant and Phoenix. Basketball don't work like that. How you doing? Basketball don't work like that. He just said, and that's a perfect example right there. Because we ain't talk about Jalen Green, because he didn't even play like that. He only played a little bit games this season. Dylan Brooks came in and they became a way better team than they was with Kevin Durant. Y'all keep looking at, oh, who's better, who you gonna get. And then he said, here, wait, sir. My boy, that's my boy right there though. He said, I wait, sir, who they getting better? They're not gonna get nobody better, but sometimes the team come better. When you get players that's going to do what they need to do. See, y'all not looking at that. Dylan Brooks came in and was a better, he did what he did was better than Kevin Durant. And that's a perfect example right there. Perfect example. And that's just what it is. And that's just what it is right there. He just a better that it don't work like that. It's like they like how they going. This is when see most said now we thinking alike, right? But he's right because if you play basketball, you know it don't work like that. It don't work like, oh, how you gonna place 21 points? Or this it don't work like that. You're right, most. And see, I like this that most can conversate with Keon. Keon said, I mean, you need Braun more than he needs y'all. He can go to another team and make them a contender. The Lakers don't need him. The Lakers don't need him. And you know what's crazy? And for somebody who's gonna come in here and say, "Oh, he always talk about LeBron," I wouldn't talk about LeBron. I respond to comments, and I was talking about Caruso and KCP and stuff. So I don't want nobody to be like, "Yo, he always talk about." No, I wouldn't talk about LeBron till now. And he said he need them more. They don't need each other, to be honest. They don't. the time just passed. They don't need him. Why they need him? Why they tell you? You tell me why they need him. Why they need him? And to be honest, he need the Lakers more than they need him. Because to be honest, if he want to get paid, that's the only way he's gonna get paid. So if the Lakers say, forget it, he got money. Of course, he got money. I'm just saying, but if he wants to, like, far as money wise, he need them. He need them as far as money wise. And that's my thing. I agree with most. He said Lakers could entertain with Reeves and Luka. The Lakers ain't winning anyway. That's my whole stance on this. Lakers not winning anyway. That's just why I said, and one thing I do reality, that's just why I said, if I'm the Lakers, they need to start now. Start building around and build the team. I said, I did a 15-man roster the other day. And it was where they can get out. They not stuck. To see how that works, you have to start now. You keep wait a whole nother season, you're just wasting time. You need to build a team and start building a culture. Start now. They keep, how you gonna replace 21? It don't work like that. You think they can't replace 21 points? Yes, they can. A player don't have to average 21 per se. Person average, whoever they bring in, average 15, but the other players may step up. You never heard of other players stepping up? See that's the thing. And I really didn't want to come and mention what dude. I didn't really want to say nothing with him. I just want to talk more about Adam Silver, man. But this what y'all be pretty much wanting. Cause they be like, every day you got So I'm just letting most more. I could just read the comments and read both comments. Cause he said, y'all organization is trash. He said that's why Magic, that's why we want Magic to help shit went down for after Magic. Remember, Magic got the championship roster together with Caruso. You tell me how Magic got championship roster together. How? Everybody named Mother knows Magic did nothing. Magic got credit. Magic did nothing. And Rob Pelinka exposed that, and Magic was in his feelings. And it's sad because I hate even talking about Magic. But that's Magic got exposed. They was like, Magic did nothing. Magic did nothing. He just was the face. He did nothing. What did Magic do? Magic ain't put together. No, when he tried to sat there, the only thing he did when he sat there, he jumped out there and traded, which was stupid. This is what Magic did, right? When Magic was full hands on, this is Magic did. You saying he helped Caruso? Magic helped get traded. No, he didn't. He got LeBron. I'm gonna tell you what Magic's strength was. He got LeBron there. He took over. He was on the phone with Dell Demps. He offered them everything under the sun. He offered them every pick. The Lakers have been way worse off than they're off now. They would at least saved the Lakers KCP. It saved the Lakers. Zubac, Magic had in that trade too. It saved the Lakers a draft. It saved them KCP, Kuzma, and another draft pick. So the Lakers saved three things, and when Rob took over, and that's three crucial things. If they'd have lost Kuzma and KCP, they would have won no championship. They would have not won no championship. So you ain't thinking about that. You talk about Magic helped the Lakers. No, he didn't. Magic ain't work. Magic jumped in when he wanted to jump in. He jumped in on that Anthony Davis thing. That was Magic. He jumped in and one felt like he had to do something after the Anthony Davis trade went down, and traded Zubac for what? The Lakers wasn't even winning. LeBron was a little banged up, and Brandon Ingram was like, well, he wasn't really banged up at the time, but he did that. He jumped out and did that. He was on the phone with the Clippers. He did that. Magic, he felt he had to do something where he could just stay pat that year. He traded Zubac for Mike Muscala. No picks and nothing. And Mike Muscala wasn't even good on the Clippers. LeBron and Zubac was playing good together. LeBron had chemistry with Zubac. Him and Zubac was playing good together. Magic went, oh, we need a stretch forward, and did that. Magic and Pelinka, I both blame them for drafting Mo Wagner over Mitchell Robinson. That was both of they doing. I just think he wanna he said, so what have Rob done, Kareem? I think I got some time to go back and forth with you. I fucks with Keon. Keon is a moderator. So it's all love. It's all love, but I got to cook Keon. He said Kareem. So he pretty much basically stating like I'm protecting Rob. I'm not protecting Rob. What I'm saying is you saying Magic. And when you saying Magic, it's like you way off course with this Magic thing. You way off course with this Magic thing because Magic done. I just told you. So what the Rob do? Now, okay, the Rob did. He hung on to KCP, right? He didn't have to take on Solomon Hill bad contract, and he held on to Kyle Kuzma, and he held on to another pick that was going out. Magic had everything in the sun going out. I just literally just deleted because I needed stuff on my phone. Magic, do you know what Magic had in the trade? And the Lakers taking back Solomon Hill? You know what that trade was going to look like? I'm going to tell you the trade. It was. He said the Knicks extended Shannon and Robinson. Wow, that's a big move there. But let's go back to the trade Magic. It was Ingram, Lonzo, Kuzma, Josh Hart, KCP, and Zubac. Or all the draft picks. All draft picks that there was that was going out. All the draft picks that were. Remember, they needed KCP for his salary. Remember, KCP's making $18 million. Lonzo Ingram was making $7 million. And Zubac was making like $1 or $2 million. Kuzma was making about $2 million. Josh Hart was making $2 million. So they was giving up all that.
You know what they call this?
Nah, I don't know. They was giving up all that. They was giving up all that for Anthony Davis. And I ain't even talking about the picks. So you said he built the championship team. Now, if they would have did that, it would have been no KCP. It would have been no Kyle Kuzma. So how would they wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have won no championship. There'd been no KCP and no Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma played well, and KCP played well. And they would have had Solomon Hill on their books. And they had another pick, wherever the next pick. Lakers probably just been pick here. No, not this one. The one last year, they first round pick last year, they probably wouldn't have had the Dalton Connect or joint. They probably wouldn't have had. That would probably been New Orleans pick. He said, Kareem's hard to put. What's up, Marty? My attorney in the building. He said, hard to predict now. The rocket science is building. Y'all notice I ain't covered that nonsense. The Lakers got a rocket science. Oh, he gonna help with this. I don't believe that. All that doesn't matter. They still gonna operate and do some of the stuff they doing, as far as like the situation. Oh, we conversing with Luka, and we getting Luka involved in everything. Luka gonna be that's that rocket science shit. I don't care about that shit. I don't think I'll make. What they need is me. That's what they need. All that rocket science, analytic. He knowing this, he knowing that, and all this, and he worked for the Pelicans and do all that. All that shit means nothing. They need me. That's what they need. They need to just say, don't worry about the optics. Oh, this guy, he was locked up before, and they done got a guy who was locked up before. Fuck all that. God know his shit. Start thinking out the box. That's what the Lakers need. Because I just strictly raw, common sense, and strictly basketball. I don't do the monkey shit or the middle in between nonsense. Strictly basketball. I don't care what I won't do. Oh, he's from Harlem, so I'm gonna draft this guy because he's from Harlem. I don't give a fuck. He's my next door neighbor. If he ain't it, he ain't it. See, that's the difference between me and these guys. These guys play around with stuff. I'm not playing around with nothing. I'm here to do a job, do a good job, and build. That's just what it is. That's what it is. That's just what it is. I'll be spot on 90% of the time. I would have been in that organization, man. You know how good the Lakers would be? You know how good they'd be? And I call it how I see it. Now, everybody named mother, Reeves, now they kind of down on Reeves and not people unsure of Reeves. When everything they talk about Reeves, I say this from day one. I said it from day one. Now all the stuff they starting to see now. Austin Reeves. I've been saying it. This. I'm just gifted. Sometimes some people just gonna be gifted for no reason. I'm just gifted for no reason. That's all that is. That's it. And that is the problem. These guys, like, you know. And the bubble championship is not like a regular championship. So it we're gonna have some type, let's just be honest. I know he like them and stuff like that, but the Lakers did a lot of monkey business. That's all that is. I blame the Lakers too. So don't make it look like I just come out here just be bashing on LeBron. He said you think it's a gift for heaven, but I think so. He said they still gonna overpay Reeves. They is. He said the Lakers putting up that they'd be stupid to put a statue up LeBron. I got a little bit of that. They'd be stupid if they put a stop to it. And it's not me getting down on LeBron, but for what? He's not like if you just look at every. Matter of fact, I say that for another day. I say that for another day. And it's not me knocking LeBron, because the points like if you go by, I'm just gonna say one thing. If you go by the Lakers metrics, they say high standard, championships, this, that. They say all this stuff there. They promote all this stuff there for the Lakers. Right? We excellence, we this and that. Number one, he's not even looked at. He'll never be looked at as a Laker. He'll never be looked at. They did a lot of losing. There wasn't no successful franchise. They won a chip, and the chip at the end of the day, it wasn't the same. If we just going to be honest, and we all know that home court and stuff matters. It matters. Look at perfect example. Look at a guy like TikTok. Think about TikTok. Little TikTok. What's his name? Jared McCain. Look how good he plays at home when he's on the road. It's a big difference. It's a big difference when it comes to that type stuff. It's a big difference. So, and Caruso said it. Caruso said, I get a real champion. It's a big difference. KCP said it's a big difference. When you playing in a bubble with no fans and none of that, it's a big difference. Let Ben Simmons play that perfect example. Ben Simmons plays that series against the Hawks. If that was the bubble, Ben Simmons still would have been a good NBA player right now. Let that have been in the bubble. Perfect example. Perfect example. If Ben Simmons if that would have been a bubble against Atlanta, and he did that, he with no fans and none of that. You know what I'm saying? Marty, what's good, Marty? But that's just the thing. PG said, but if anyone, I'm not this. I'm not. PG, I'm not discredit. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it is different. It's a difference. It's a difference. And then what killed me, people say he helped him. Everybody helped. LeBron was not dominant. Now we're gonna do that. Anthony Davis was dominant. LeBron didn't dominate. That was a total like team effort. Like everybody played their part. Rondo was playing. He was good. LeBron ain't dominate no more. He wasn't dominant. Anthony Davis is dominant. It's that Anthony Davis seemed like he took the foot off his gas in the finals and LeBron won. And we should have never lost 2 games to Miami. Never lost 2 games against Miami. They was all banged up. Their whole team was hurt. The whole team was hurt. You know, Lakers, I still think Lakers would beat them anyway, but you know what I'm saying? It's not that, it's just the truth. It's the truth. It's different. And like I said, they said LeBron won. My thing is, at the end of the day, it's a champ. You know, I'm going to count championship because I count as a championship with the Lakers. So I do count it. So I'm not saying I don't count it, but it is a difference. It is a difference. And it's a big difference. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Come on, man. That's like having open run in the gym. Like, come on. Let's just keep it real. Nobody there. People ain't want to play. It's not like nobody got criticized. It was no real pressure to win that. It's a big difference. Come on, let's just, if we're gonna be real, we're gonna be real. We're gonna be real, it's gonna be real. A lot of these guys folding, we see in a real time right now, a lot of these guys folding under pressure right now as we speak. Folding in that bubble. It meant if you didn't win, it was no big deal if you didn't win. It was a thing. The country's going through something, and it's passing by. You wasn't getting criticized. Trade him, and it was none of that. It was none of that. Trade him, and this guy is this guy. It was none of that. I know it, and you know it. It's a difference. That's all I'm saying. It's a difference. He said, Rain, don't overlook my comments. All right, I'm going to read your comment, then I'm going to go. They said, yo, Rain, you know that the difference is harder to win in the bubble. No, it's not. No, it's not. Basketball, see, that's it's not harder to win. No, it's not. No, it's not. How's it harder to win? And I honestly do believe that people mind, people family members died and the sick in the hospital, like you know what I'm saying, and not making excuses for that, but I'm just saying it's a lot went on. We had a pandemic. We had thousands and thousands of people dying. Carl Towns' moms died. It's a lot. I had friends and stuff that died. Time to turn around, people was dying. Mentally, some people wasn't there. Nobody really cared as much. It's not harder. Alex Caruso, him and KCP is perfect guys to talk about it. It's not. You traveling on the road. Look at the back and forth. For instance, perfect example. You think the perfect example, Cleveland using excuse that both Cleveland used excuse said they was tired, right? A perfect example. Cleveland said they tied at the 2-7 game series. Let me ask you, if that was the bubble, you think they'd be complaining about being tired? Let's just be honest. If that was and I'm not, like I said, I count the Lakers championship. I don't say, oh no, they ain't win. I count it, but if you want to compare it, then that's when the problem will come in. But yeah, they won a championship. I don't say, oh, he won, but and Lakers did have a championship team. That was a legitimate championship team. So yeah, I'm accepting that. You know what I'm saying? They had a championship team. Them, the Clippers, and I think but them, the Clippers, I think was the top two team, and it could have went either way. Because the Clippers used to be kicking the Lakers' ass up that one last game. So we're not going to ignore that. We're not going to ignore that. That last game right before the bubble, when the Lakers beat the Clippers and the Bucks. When the Lakers won those two games. Other than that, the Clippers are beating the handling of the Lakers. So we can't sit there and say, oh, they definitely beat the Clippers. The Clippers is confident. I don't know. I won't say they is, but what I'm just saying is the Lakers was a championship team. And anything, like I said, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe Anthony Davis even said it. Anthony Davis benefited from that layoff. And I'm not discounting the Lakers, but I'm just saying, you can't just say, oh, it's this or that. What we could say, the Lakers was a championship team. So that what makes the title legit, because they was a championship team. So it's not like a team that so you definitely have that argument in the Lakers' favor. But had that thing went straight and you have to grind out, go on the road, every other day playing on the road, traveling back and forth, home crowd, you just don't know. Some players fold, some players don't. That's what shows the heart right there. We're not the bubble. We never questioned. Ain't nobody heart you had to question. You didn't have to question nobody heart because it was like it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Correct. He said AD said he wanted that. See. I thank you, Ruggs. Thank you, Ruggs. And this, you know why it's bad? Because I feel like I'm going against my old team. Thank you, Ruggs. He said it. Caruso said it. KCP said it. That tells a lot right there. And I know that says a lot right there. He said it. He said the Lakers are the #1 team for a pandemic. I don't think the Lakers had the best record. I think the Clippers had the best record. But it was close. It doesn't matter who had the best record because the records don't really. But I know Lakers, Clippers, and I think the Bucks. It don't really matter. But you just can't say what. Come on, March. You still had like how many games left? You had all of April. You had half of March. So that's like what? All of April's like what? 15 games. You have about probably another 30 games left. 25 to 30, you don't know. We see stuff happen, so you can't say, oh, because they're the best team, that day's going to win. No. The argument you can make for that is you can't say they wasn't a legit championship team. That's your argument, bro. So if you arguing with your homeboys in the streets and they going against the Lakers, what you say is, this what you say. PG Big Dog, this is what you say. If you're arguing with your homeboys or your family members and they try to get down on the Lakers, this is what you say. The Lakers had, no, this is what you say. You say the Lakers was a championship team before the joint. So that's legitimate. They was one of the best teams in the NBA. They were top 2, 3 teams in the NBA. So that's what legitimized the championship right there. That right there. Don't sit there and say they're the best team. That means they were the one. We all know that's not true. That don't mean nothing. There's a lot of factors in there. We don't know how people would have stepped up on the road and things like that. Injuries, all that traveling. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. We all know, like I said, come on, look at the crowd. The crowd with shirts and then not only that, the media coverage. Nobody was getting destroyed. If LeBron wouldn't have won, they would have been like, oh, he chokes or he went to this many finals. I don't think it was no big deal, I think. However you looked at it. How they saying, oh, this guy, like for instance, Denver lost, it got exposed. Harden. Let's say Harden did that same thing in the bubble. If it's the same thing would have happened in the bubble, would have been no big deal. That Knicks series. If they'd came back in the bubble like that, it would have been no big deal. If we're being honest. It became a big. We was going through. The country went through something huge. That was major. People ain't know what the hell was going on. People dying left and right. Like that shit was crazy. And you and secluded somewhere, like, come on. The thing, you got forgiving, people getting money, all type of stuff, man. And you in the Adam bottom line, you in the gym. You miss a shot is nothing compared to the media coverage wasn't even bad. You ain't had to hear Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A. Smith calling you choke artists and things like that. Every game, somebody, come on, I don't have to say all that. Y'all was there in real time. And I'm not knocking the thing, but I'm just saying. He said Pelinka ripped apart the champion. See, this was, you know what killed me with Laker fans? People saying this, right? And this is why I don't, and this is why you can't, to me, the mistake the Lakers made. To me, the only knock the Lakers on one thing, and that's getting rid of JaVale McGee. Other than that, I don't. Because you may tell me, now, let's just be honest. Rondo didn't. We still, at the end of the day, we dealing with a salary cap league. See, this just the hypocrisy right here, right? This is the bullshit people say, right? So right now, nobody want Austin Reeves to get $40 million. Nobody want that. They don't want to get overpaid, right? Oh, the Lakers shouldn't pay him that money, right? Rondo didn't do nothing all season, right? He didn't do nothing all season. Rondo was mid all season. Now, Rondo stepped up big time, which you're supposed to in the playoffs. I like that. I'm not knocking nothing what Rondo did. The Hawks offered him 2 years, $16 million. Like I said, we're dealing with a salary cap league. 2 years, $60 million. So the Lakers like, ugh, that's kind of tight. Danny Green was regressing. If you watch, Danny Green was regressing. He was not looking good at all. The Lakers get a chance to get Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder is 6-man, averaging 19 points. Dennis Schroeder, top 6-man in the NBA. On top 6 man in the NBA, right? Yeah, 19 points, right? They get a chance to get him. They get him for Danny Green. Everybody named Marvel would have traded Dennis Schroeder for Danny Green. And see, this is the part that killed me because you're looking at the results. See, you can't play Monday Night Football. Monday Night Quarterback. You can't do Monday Night Quarterback. If you look at Danny Green and you look at Dennis Schroeder, way better player. Danny Green was shot. His defense wasn't all that. He was just a one-trick pony, knock down threes, and his jump wasn't all that. And then not only that, the Lakers said, we can't pay Rondo. And not only that, the Lakers said they wanted, look, not only the Lakers said that, hold up. LeBron said this. He wants to be a little off ball more. Now, mind you, Rondo is old, right? Rondo is old. Rondo can't play a whole season. He can't. Rondo at this point is just a backup, a 15-minute guy, pretty much. Rondo's pretty much like a 15-minute guy. He more of a backup at this point where he just, he's old. He's old. And so he can't take a heavy load. So guess what happened? LeBron said he want to play off ball. Y'all forget about this stuff, but guess what? Kareem didn't. LeBron wanted to get off the ball more. So they get a player that LeBron could play off ball a little more. He still want to be on ball, but he want to play. Y'all forgot that? Did y'all guys forget that? See, this is why when y'all come talk to me, y'all forget this stuff. See, when it come to this, I'm an almanac. I remember this stuff here. Y'all forgot that LeBron said he wanted to get off the ball. Y'all king. He said that. I didn't say that. He said it. And he was right. I agree with him. At that age, he said he wanted to be off the ball, period. But he said he wanted to play off the ball more. And with a team like Avery Bradley and And Danny Green, he can't do that. Because Avery Bradley is not a point guard. He can't dribble. We all know Danny Green can't dribble. KCP can't dribble. LeBron had to play on ball all the time. And Rondo was only like a 15-minute a game guy, especially throughout, if you want to say, the whole season. So if you want to say the whole season, Rondo is a 15-minute game guy. So they get a guy that was killing in the offseason. You said that's Rob for breaking it up. You get a younger player. See, this is the bullshit. Right now, like if he had not did it and the Lakers lost, then God done, Lakers should have upgraded their roster. I don't think the Lakers would have repeated, if you ask me, if they wouldn't have broke it up. So now this is why I say it's not all Rob. The only thing I'm knocking is on Rob for is JaVale McGee. That he had no reason to get in Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol was shot. Now he chasing names. JaVale McGee fit that team perfectly. There's no need to get a better shot blocker, better lob threat. All Marc Gasol did better than JaVale McGee was shoot from outside. JaVale McGee was a lob threat. He's a shot blocker, good chemistry guy, and he did a lot. JaVale McGee did a lot of stuff. That's the only thing. It was Dwight Howard fault. The Lakers told him, and see, this would kill me with Dwight Howard. And this is why guys like Gil and them, he said, yo, they broke up, they ain't bring back. No, they told Dwight, I remember in real time, they said, we gonna get this weight. People don't realize Dwight Howard was probably like the 5th free agent signed that year, and he signed for a minimum. He signed the same thing that the Lakers don't get him. Lakers told him, wait, like, we got you. Just let us do this part first. That's how free agency works. Y'all don't realize that. And I think y'all know how free agency works because y'all know Danny Green all of them had to wait for Kawhi to make a decision. And then when you do free agency, you tell them, listen, if this happens, you could get this. That happened to Wesley Matthews too. Wesley Matthews had 2 contracts. They told him, if we could get this player, you're gonna get $50 million. If that deal fall through, if we don't get that player, you're gonna get $75 million. He ended up getting the $75 million because he didn't get the player. That's how free agency works. Danny Green, a deal stuff already lined up. We could pay you this. If Kawhi and them don't come, we're gonna give you this. If we don't get Kawhi. It was a waiting thing. This is how free agency works. They told Dwight Howard, wait. Dwight Howard, I think, was the 3rd free. Yo, matter of fact, Dwight Howard might have been the 2nd. Yo, I turned around soon free agent start. Dwight Howard signed with the Sixers for a minimum contract. See, that's what I'm saying. People don't tell the whole truth. He signed with the Sixers. I want to say he was the 3rd. I remember. I can't think who. If he was, I want to say maybe 2nd. Dwight Howard signed soon when free agency started. Soon when free agency started, Dwight Howard signed with the Sixers. The Lakers told him to wait. He said he felt disrespect to him, but now he want to come be on all these podcasts talking about, oh, they broke up the champ. No, you did that. I told you to wait. Remember, the Dennis Schroeder trade was before. The Dennis Schroeder trade was before the draft. The Dennis Schroeder trade was before the draft. They drafted, they traded Danny Green, Dennis Schroeder. And mind you, Dennis Schroeder was like that. Dennis Schroeder was like that. And then, so y'all say that. And this is another clutch client, right? And this is, now you get Montrez. Montrez and Dennis Schroeder, the top 6 men in the NBA. Trez averaged 19 points, destroying the Lakers. You get him for $10 million, and he could have got $90 million from Charlotte. So you may tell me, where did the Lakers go wrong at? And they both younger. Both of them guys, so I think they both were 27 at the time. Trez and Dennis Schroeder's 26, 27. I think 26 they both was. So you may tell me you get 2 guys. That's like right now. This is why I said the hypocrisy of you guys, man. That's like right now. Who on the Lakers? Let me think of who on the Lakers team. That's right now. Let's say that's like the Lakers right now. I got perfect example. Perfect example. That's like right now, the Lakers got Luke Kennard, right? So let's say Luke Kennard is more like the Rondo situation, right? And let's say Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart. Perfect example, right? That's like right now, the Lakers could get and Ayo DeSumo ain't play like that. I'm just gonna say him. That's like them getting Ayo DeSumo and somebody who else like a high level. That's like them getting Ayo DeSumo and I'm trying to think about who's like big playing good. That's like them getting Ayo DeSumo, and he ain't even averaged no 19. He ain't had the season Dennis Schroeder and Trez had. That's like them getting Ayo DeSumo and somebody like who? Boom. I'm gonna think of somebody right now. That's like them getting Ayo DeSumo on free agency instead of. That's like the Lakers. If they say right now, Lakers could let go Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard, and they getting Ayo DeSumo who's young. Cause they both Luke Kennard I think is 30, Marcus Smart in his 30s. That's the same way like Rondo and Danny Green was. That's like them getting. That's like in I don't want to say OG. I'm gonna say I ain't gonna say OG Anunoby. That's like them getting Ayo DeSumo and I'm trying to think somebody's young and that's good, like mid-age, like prime, like in a prime, like mid-20s. I'm thinking somebody. It's gonna be a perfect example. That's like right now, y'all would be like y'all sign up that every day of the week. And I ain't gonna say nobody no all-star. I'm gonna say somebody that's a good player. That's a Jared Allen. Perfect example. That's like right now, if they say Marcus Smart and what's the name? Because Jared Allen's 28. That's like they saying you replacing Danny Green and Rondo for Danny Green and Rondo, right? I mean, that's like you saying Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard, and you getting Jared Allen and Ayo DeSumo. A perfect thing. Y'all will want that every day of the week. Y'all ain't gonna look at Luke Kennard did good in the playoffs. Marcus Smart did. Y'all gonna sign. They both in their 30s and both of them guys in their 20s. Y'all gonna want that. Since I said it's bullshit. Y'all act like the Lakers changed their team and it went down. Talent-wise, they was a more talented team. Like I said, and then Dwight Howard not telling the whole truth. He not telling his part. He not telling his part. That's why I don't respect Dwight Howard. That's why I don't respect Dwight Howard. Because y'all know me. My motto is stand on shit. He's not standing on it. He wanted quick to sit there. Oh, he be on all these shows. They broke up the team. You did that. You left someone to see it for a minimum. It's not like you got money. Rondo got more money. Rondo got more money. Rondo got paid. So it's like, all right, him leaving, okay, cool. He got one, that was one payday right there. Rondo literally got his last payday. You literally got minimum contract where you could have waited. You did in the sound of the ball. And then not only that, he didn't even tell the Lakers. The Lakers sat there and said they thought he was coming back. And they heard, like we heard, that he signed. He didn't even tell them. He didn't even tell the Lakers he wasn't signing with them. They told him that they want him to wait. He didn't say yes or no, whatever. He felt the way and signed with the Sixers. So when free agent signed, I want to say he was like the second free agent signed. He signed real. So when the joint started, I'm on joint. Dwight Howard signed to the Sixers. So everybody was confused. They thought it was big money. He signed for the minimum. He signed for the minimum. Lakers said they didn't have no idea. So Lakers had to pivot. That's why I think they probably, to be honest, that's why I think they probably went and got Anthony Davis. Went and got what's his name? Because he's for the white physicality. I think that's why they probably went and got Marc Gasol. Because they had Anthony Davis could play some center. Trez was playing like a small ball center. And they had Marc Gasol. That's why they did. Dwight Howard fucked that up. Because had Dwight Howard, they probably would have kept JaVale McGee. They probably like, nah, we need some more meat. Them guys too weak. Anthony Davis not physical. Trez is short. So that's why I don't know what they said, but I'm just thinking that's probably the reason why they did that. Yeah. Like, one thing, you're not gonna get this stuff past me. I'm gonna hold them guys accountable. I'm holding them accountable for that. Yeah. I'm an almanac. Yes, it's a bummer because they chased names. That's what I say that was a bummer by. He had no business. I watched him and I told y'all I liked the Toronto team that year. When they had all them guys, it was something about for some reason, it's like every time it came out, their game was on. I watched Toronto a lot that year. Marc Gasol was done. It was over with. He chased Marc Gasol. That's what I said. That's when the scouting, maybe they talk about the Lakers need to upgrade their scouting. That might be true. That may serve benefit because I do believe they went strictly on name when it came to Marc. Marc Gasol was done. He couldn't even move. And like I said, the Lakers got a habit liking other players except their own. They be wanting these other players like this down the third and ready to go. I can see, okay, some stuff is some needs, but these players don't be like that. Like I said earlier about Herb Jones. Herb Jones is not like that, yo. Herb Jones is solid. I can see Lakers fans turning on Herb Jones. The jump shot not like that. He don't have no handle. He don't have no game. And defensively, if he not literally shutting shit down, it could be a problem. It'll be similar like Vanderbilt. It's like he a better shooter than Vanderbilt, but his jump shot now, he's not an offensive guy like that. He's a little athletic, the same. The thing I like with the Lakers, the only player I've seen them show real confidence and stand behind every time it critical of them is Bronny. Bronny the only one. And to me, always going to help LeBron James. If anything, they're not going to talk too crazy about him. Other than that, it's crazy. Tony, where, bro? My boy Tony in the building. Yeah, that's just what it is. I've been on over 2 hours. Appreciate you guys, but y'all guys getting some real good content, man. And I want when y'all go on these other channels, if y'all don't like me or disagree with me, be like, yo, this guy is the best in the business at this. And I just don't be talking. I at least explain at the end of the day, all you guys who probably a little upset at some of the stuff I say, at the end of the day, I want to leave you. At least he explained his shit. I just don't be woofing. Oh, this guy, this, that. I explained everything to you guys. Everything to you guys. I tell y'all the mistakes Rob made, the mistake Magic Johnson made, the overall picture on stuff. I just don't be woofing. I don't. I just don't be woofing. I give y'all different scenarios, good comps on how shit is. You know what I mean? Trez averaged 19.9 rebounds. Shot 60% from the field. You getting a guy like that $10 million. That's a no-brainer. Dog was in here, right? That's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? So I give you guys everything. I give you guys that the other guys or these other shows don't. Cause they money chasing. They getting paid. So you know what them guys do? This is the difference between me and them. This is the difference between me and a lot of these other guys out here covering the Lakers and stuff like that. It's their job, number one. That's their main source of income is number one. Number two, they getting decent amount of money every month. So they say, you know what? I have to keep this thing going by any means. I got to feed my family. This is how these guys thinking, right? Which I'm not knocking. I'm not knocking them. I'm just giving y'all a breakdown how that shit works. They know when they look at their videos and their analytics, they know if I pop out a Laker trade or say something that's down the third, this is going to get a lot of views. I say these things. Oh, Lakers just found they next big man, or anything about any hope and say a little something. They notice these wild trades. No matter it's trades that they know doggone well not going to happen, and they just start. Lakers is looking into this person, where there is no real truth to that. One thing I say right now, Lakers definitely been hush mouth on a lot of stuff. You don't hear me sitting there saying, I heard the Lakers don't, like, you just don't hear that. Right now, Lakers is really tight-lipped on things right now. So the Lakers looking at this person, no, that could be your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But the thing here is what you're getting. You getting a real thoughtful breakdown on things. And you getting the truth. I'm not here sparing nobody. I don't do that. Oh, I like this player and because I like him, I'm not going to say nothing. No. If he's wrong, you're wrong. You're right, you're right. That's it. Right now, I know a trick. I could come every day to a different draft prospect and say this, that, and the third, put a fancy thumbnail, and just put you guys a bunch of bullshit. I just gave y'all the reason. Nobody did this. Why somebody may take my take? Or why they did that? I don't care if somebody take it. I mean not take it, but they repeat because I don't care because there's nothing wrong with it. But I broke y'all down about Adam Silver, what he did to Memphis. He did that because he mad at Memphis with the John Morant thing, and that was his way of paying him back. Because if you look at it, it's no reason why he shouldn't have did that to Memphis. You think about it. That's not Memphis got the pick. Utah don't have the pick no more. Easy fix. And then it's only a 3-year deal, so it's not like it's hurting to let them guys keep that Utah pick. Now they can't get a top 5 pick from Utah. That's because of the John Morant thing. Yeah, that's because of the John Morant thing. Adam Silver is petty. Because they didn't handle how he wanted it to be handled. Whatever he wanted from them, and they gave him pushback, and then when he tried to get them to stop the thing and wanted them to find him, and he was doing the machine gun thing, they didn't like it because they organization supported John Morant. They support John Morant. John Morant had that city rocking. First floor. John Morant had that city rocking. Had it rocking. And Adam Silver wants them to do what he wants. They like, no. Or they gave him pushback or whatever the thing was. And he did them dirty. That was some rotten shit. They don't even own the pick. Like, everybody in their mother could understand that. They don't even own the pick no more. And Ruggs, I agree 100% with Ruggs saying. Ruggs is not 98% right. Ruggs is 100% right. The Lakers need to rebrand. The Lakers, this is why, you know why the Knicks, and look how the city, I'm from New York. I love New York City. I love New York City. Especially if you're getting a lot of money living in New York, this is like the best place. Now, don't get me wrong, if you broke, it could be very, very depressing living in New York City. You'd rather move upstate and be low-key and you ain't have to deal with it. But if you're getting some money and you got a little motion, New York is the best. Like, for instance, I could do something every single day. This go, especially when I'm at in Harlem. I go to this lounge, just rocking. I can stay outside, especially in the summertime. I don't even have to go inside. The sidewalks and stuff is rocking. I go here, Monday through Sunday. I love New York City, but you know what? They got it like, you know what? Fuck this star chasing, man. We not doing all that star chasing. They figured it out. You don't need that. You need heart. Brunson is the heart of that city, man. Brunson got that thing rocking. He was different from Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony is a follower. Carmelo Anthony's a follower. Carmelo Anthony is not no Brunson. He's complaining, whining, this, that. Like, he came from that LeBron James cloth where, every time the Knicks was doing stuff, every time Knicks stuck with their players, man. They had a coach, a roughneck coach in Thibodeau, which I feel he shouldn't have got fired, but Thibodeau was hard-headed. You gotta play guys. See, this is the thing with teams mess up at. In the playoffs, and I've been saying this for a million years, all hands on deck in the playoffs. You cannot coach playoffs like you coach the regular season. This is where, because in the playoffs, all you may need is a little something for a person, a boost. This guy's a three-point specialist. Let me put him in the game. All I may need is 3 minutes. You ain't asking to play 30 minutes. He may come in a game and knock down 2 3-pointers, and that may be all you need. He can sit his ass right behind that bench. He done his job. A guy's a great defender. He's on your bench. A guy's hot as firecracker. You have to put a lid to that. In basketball, if you played basketball, you know it's a rhythm. I played basketball many years. When you hot like that, it's something. I've been so hot, and not just me, I'm pretty sure a lot of people. You make shots that you wouldn't normally make. You can't miss. Like jump shots, layups, and one, falling down, tap shot. Every shot, God damn, I can't miss. I can't miss. So how are you? A tap shot, I can't miss. You see what I'm saying? And we all, I'm pretty sure we all experienced that. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to say this. In the NBA, that's why you have to have 15. I said this rule don't apply to Bronny. But everybody else, if they're on your 15-man roster, they should at least be NBA quality type player. They should be that. So if they NBA quality, they should have something where you might in the playoff series. It's grind out, grueling playoff series. You may need somebody. And that's the difference what Thibodeau didn't do. Thibodeau rolled them guys, and that's what got him fired, I believe. I believe that's what got him fired. You can't coach like that. Them guys in the NBA for a reason. When guys come, you got to instill confidence in these guys. You got to. Lakers don't do that. Because one reason, and like I said, it's just the truth. When you miss LeBron James and them roll their eyes a lot, and we use me, I see him done it many times. When players shoot and he felt they shouldn't have shot, he rolls his eyes, man. And then they get killed on the media when they with the Lakers. The organization don't defend them. You see what I'm saying? And this is what you get. Organizations don't defend them. When you on a team, you want that same thing being in a relationship. The main thing what comes in sports is the same thing. It is a relationship. You want support. You want support. That's the bottom line. And Lakers never do it when it comes to certain players, man. Never do it. They don't come out and jump out on things in front of things. They let a room and stuff come by. And this and that. I don't like what they did to Dalton Connect. I really don't. I think he got a real bad deal. I say Jay Josefino. I don't even like Josefino. I don't think nothing of him. But I think they didn't do right by him. You know what I'm saying? But Dalton Connect. Don't. I'm going around, stupid asshole. Dalton Connect is I think he really got shit into the still. You know what I'm saying? Lakers don't do that. That's just the truth. They strictly on big names. The Knicks said, forget that. The Knicks said, Landry Shamet, come on. Knicks ain't gonna have a problem going with that center. I forgot his name. If they had to go to him. I think Mike Brown gets it. He coached enough. I think he understand that. And one thing what they know with New York fans, the Knicks fans gonna embrace him too. If Mitchell Robinson don't play, Ruggs probably could know the name of the center. I forgot his name. And the Knicks had to go play him. I think the Knicks fans gonna embrace him, and the players gonna embrace him. Yo, Nick T is right. Nick T is I ain't never think about that. Nick T said Dalton Connect is the first white guy got treated like. He ain't lying. He not. I ain't never look at it like that. That's the truth. He right. Luke Walton was not that good to me. Luke Walton got treated like a royal prince. Luke Walton lasted 9 years with the Lakers. Mike Penmurphy, all these guys there. They love Caruso, love Reeves. These guys, like a lot of the guys, yo, that is so true. That is so true. He said, "Embrace the truth, Reem." What you talk about, Ruggs? What truth you talk about? I'm saying I'm giving the Knicks. I don't know, Scott. Maybe I missed one of your comments. I don't know what you're saying. You probably have to repeat it. But he said, "Embrace the truth." I don't know. I don't know what you're saying, but the Knicks, they understand it. They understand it. These stars is. Oh, what he said about Dalton Connect? Yeah, I agree. About. Yeah. Like, how can you and pour more to Bronny than Dalton Connect? That's just insane. A man with the. Yo, you picked at the 17th pick. The 17th pick, that's good money. Over a guy that shouldn't have been only NBA because his father. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. That shit don't even sound right. That's why all this rocket science shit, I don't give a fuck about that shit. If the Lakers still gonna operate the same doing this foolishness, they're gonna be in the same boat. Oh, they got a rocket science. This guy's a rocket science. He know how to do this. I ain't think about that guy. I ain't giving no. I ain't doing no videos. Not clown. Don't mean it's a Lakers mentality, yo. It's their mentality. No rocket science and nothing gonna help that. And then they gas Laker fans. I hear Laker fans. Oh, Lakers got rocket science. What that means? What do rocket science got anything to do with basketball? That's the silly shit, and this is the stuff that they try to beat in y'all head. Lakers got a rocket science. This guy smart. A lot of these guys in these firms are smart. They just don't know what they're doing. Some people overthink things. Like, it's a medium to everything. It's a medium to everything. I never saw somebody get so happy over fucking rocket science. Like, why? Oh, it's a good hire. And it's like people piles on everybody. Nobody ever know this guy. Like, what did he do so good in New Orleans? That's what you need to ask yourself. He worked on what was so good he did in New Orleans. What was so good what he did in New Orleans? It's just a name. Oh, Lakers clean the house. Mark Walters is not playing. He cleared out all of them. They got a bunch of new people. I mean, they fired 20 people. He not playing. It doesn't matter. You still got Jeanie there. Jeanie still has a input on stuff. You know what I mean? You still got Rob there who making decisions and been a decision maker for a long time. And it's a mentality thing. Rambis and them still there. Like, so it's really you firing them people. Them people voice wasn't all that strong anyway. It's the mentality. For them to even double back and be, Lakers out on LeBron. It's not no rumor. We all know they was out on LeBron James. For them to double back and want him back now, it's crazy. For them to double back and now they want him back, it's crazy. You can't see. The problem is with people like to play both sides, and you can't do it, yo. You either here or there. That both sides gonna get you in trouble every day of the week. Every day of the week. Every day of the week. That both sides gonna get you in trouble. You can't do it. I tell people that all the time. If you live life like this and have these morals, don't pick and choose right? And and stand on what you're standing on. When you try to be an offense about this and that and hop, that's gonna get you in trouble, man. You had a plan. You said you're going with Luka. It's time to build around Luka. LeBron James, this and that. He wasn't great. Y'all, that was an exit thing right there. You felt he wasn't great. Once you went public and started saying, oh, he's not grateful or this and that, we drafted his son, he ain't take responsibility for Westbrook. Stand on that side. Don't come back now because maybe your options are not looking good and you don't want to come from and you feel that, damn, if we won 50 games last year, if we lose LeBron, we may win 41 games. So what? You just won 41 games. See, that's the problem. People try to sit there and, no, don't do it. And that's why I said I side with LeBron on that one. I side with LeBron on that. At best, Bronny's would have been a two-way player with the Lakers. A two-way player. At best. Him come up for them little big games, that's at best. He's supposed to have been a two-way player. Never should have had a full con. Never. That was a waste of what roster spot. Should have never had a full thing. At best he's a two-way player. He said Mark Walters do. Yeah, I'm waiting to see too. He said Luka is the exit plan for the Lakers to get out LeBron. Yeah, but Lakers ain't no saying like they operating it like that. Rez Dog, what up? Yeah, that's the guy named Hakapor. The Knicks wouldn't, like I said, they don't have no problem going to them guys. That's called confidence. That's called confidence. And Laker fans have to start dealing with reality. See, the thing is, the problem with Laker fans, to be honest, you got two sets of fans, so sometimes you don't know who's who. Because you got LeBron fans, then you got like Laker fans, so sometimes you don't know who. So if they start speaking on the Lakers, you don't know what angle they're coming from. You don't know the angle they're coming from. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. We got to get strong as an organization, man. That's just the bottom line, what it is. Reg is 100% right. They need to get their shit together. That's real Laker fans. Sometimes, see, the thing is, for 8 years, this is the problem. With 8 years, the Lakers had two fan base. So you have one fan base is strictly for the organization. Then you have another fan base that caters to a player. So now, when a player feel they ain't getting that much, they real critical of the organization. Because the player, they feel they need to do this and that. They need to win. They need to do this and that. They need to start cleaning house. This player, Rob, needs to go. Jeannie needs to go. This person needs to go. LeBron got no help. Like, the Lakers stand there not doing nothing. How the trade deadline go by, they ain't make no moves. And that be the problem. And that was the problem what Magic did. Magic read into the fandom. Magic said, you know what? We ain't getting Anthony Davis. I can't let this trade deadline go by. We do nothing. We can't stand pat. Lakers no real threat. You trade a starting center for a guy that's what all he did because a stretch five. Our team wasn't even. We building, stupid. Mike Muscala wasn't nobody playing. Zubac is young, a guy you drafted. A guy you drafted getting better and better every year. Zubac got better and better every year with the Lakers from the time they drafted him. And then not only that, him and LeBron had good chemistry. LeBron was giving him buckets. Zubac had great hands. And you trade him, a trade like that you only do if you missing a one piece and that's a championship. Lakers is not no championship team. You don't make a move like that. You make a move like that if you like a OKC and you like, shit. Let's say a perfect example. A perfect example. That's like OKC drafted. That's like Cason Wallace, right? Oh. That's like Cason Wallace, right? I don't want to say K. I want to say somebody a little less than Cason Wallace. Let's say the guy like the guy. Perfect example. A guy like the other Jalen Williams. The other Jalen Williams, right? That's like his skill set is. He's younger, but he older than what Zubac was. But let's just say he's a young player, right? Let's say his skill set is what it is. He's more of a stretch, right? And let's just say all he do is, at this point, he's more of a stretch. He's an undersized center. He's like a 6'9" center. That's a stretch center, right? And let's say he kind of like OKC's a bona fide championship contender team. And let's say, for instance, they need more shot blocking, more rim protection, right? And a rim protection and a post player, right? Let's say a post player and a rim protector. And they going for the championship. And they would just trade a young guy like him. And let's say, for instance, a guy like Brook Lopez. A perfect example. They wanted more size. Brook Lopez, let's just say Brook Lopez of like 2 or 3 years ago, right? They went for a Brook Lopez. Perfect example. Let's say this happened 2 or 3 years ago. And OKC, the same situation. They bona fide title contender team. But they want a tall guy, a real 7-footer that block shots and he do certain things. They picked him over the younger guy. Even though they may feel this guy is not all that, but he is a good shot blocker. And he's a high-level rim protector, and he'll lope, and he could give you buckets around the rim. But the other guy is better, but he only like 6'9", he's undersized center. Then you make that move, you kind of understand it. That other move ain't make no sense. Lakers wasn't no team like they still building. They had a bunch of young players in LeBron James and Rondo. A bunch of young players in LeBron James and Rondo. So and Lance Stevenson. You see what I'm saying? So they was a team that you didn't do that. Like that's not a move that's gonna make you that much better as a that's gonna put you over the hump. There was no need for them to make the Mike Muscala thing. None. It's how I feel about. I like Walker Kessler at a certain number. I like Walker Kessler though. He said the Laker brand is fading. And that's the thing. And that's the thing right there, y'all. They had to, the Lakers had to rebrand their whole reshaping the thinking. They had to. Don't start to, oh, Luka, we hit Luka, we hit it win every year. Sometimes you have to look back like, okay, we don't have the right personnel here. It's just not the time to go make an all-in move and give away all these draft picks for this particular player. No. You have to understand, explain to him. Luka don't know the landscape of the NBA like Rob Pelinka should know. These players don't know that. All they know is just getting on the down court and running up and down. They don't know the business side. Yo, we can't do this. You have to sit down and explain to these players. Can't do this. This player got all these years left on his contract. We're going to get stuck with him. And we overpaying for this guy here. Sometimes patience is good. One thing I know about the Laker fans, not Laker organization, Laker fans, they want everything so bad. That's why everybody keeps saying, oh, who they going to get to top LeBron? LeBron come back right now, they're not beating OKC, OKC or San Antonio. Or Denver, I still in Minnesota. Y'all feel like he's going to be a year older. He's going to be a year older. He's not getting better. See, that's the sick part about it. What people have to understand. When a player get older, every year, it could be a year where they make a dive. LeBron, the only difference between LeBron and a lot of these players, LeBron never had a real dive like a lot of these players. You look at a lot of these players from one year to the next, they fell off the face of the earth. LeBron's decline been steady. LeBron got a beautiful decline. LeBron been declining since he got on the Lakers. People don't see it because they just looking at the numbers. Oh, he had the same numbers he had when he won MVP in Cleveland. We all know in today's NBA, numbers you cannot look at numbers in today's NBA. You can look, but you can't make. That's not end or be all. What up? Good? Yeah. Cut through the wood. That's right, got cut through. You know what I'm saying? You all know you can't just put the numbers back. Oh, that's just what it is. That's not. That's how Gilbert Arenas think. First thing go, he averaged 20 points. 20 is nothing. You have to look at the impact players making. That's where the smart GM's gonna come in at. The impact. Impact. What impact this guy has. LeBron James' numbers been solid, but he ain't had no impact. His impact changed. LeBron, when he was younger, when he was with Cleveland, he had impact. He don't have the impact no more. He still put up good numbers, but he don't have impact. But people don't see that's the declining. Pat the engineer, you already know. Sammy the man was good. You're right, Reg. I like Walker Kessler. The Pat the engineer said, real talk. LeBron been declining. He is. People say you're a hater. People see these things. They don't understand basketball. A lot of people don't understand basketball. They just look at first thing. This, when you know a player on basketball, the first thing I always tell people this. You want to know a telltale sign? Where the first thing when you talk about basketball with somebody, and the first thing they jot out somebody's numbers, you know right there. You can stop having the conversation with them. That tells you all you need to know right there. First thing somebody do, you debating about basketball, a particular player or team, mostly a player, and the first thing they jump out, he averaged such and such and such. If that's the first thing they lead with, you know right there. But that shouldn't be the first thing lead with. Yeah, you can mention it, but it shouldn't be the first thing, especially with points. Like I said, you sit there and say, who better between Austin and Alex Caruso? I'm not just saying it's just for this. Alex Caruso has more impact. Way more impact on winning. On the game. Every game, even regular season. Even regular season. On winning. He could score 9 points. Even when he was in Chicago, his impact. In Chicago, see, I know people going to say, oh, yeah, okay, see, yeah, they winning. And everybody look good on the winning team. I know people going to say that. But even on Chicago, you saw his impact. You seen his impact when you watched the Bulls play. You seen it. But Reeves got the numbers. Luke Dort got big impact on winning. Big impact on. He just hit Caruso more impact because Caruso is a higher IQ than sometimes Luke Dort get a little wild. He gets stupid. You know what I'm saying? And Caruso more of a smarter player. But them guys, like that's it's a difference. You have to know where to put them guys though. You can't just think you're gonna put them and now you ask them. When you have them on your team, you have to accept what you get. Don't start getting them to be like, yeah, but damn, bro, I need at least 16 points tonight. I need to average 6. Now that's what you're gonna lose them. I need this to get you this, bro. No, he can get you 8 or 9 points. Just live with that. But the other things he's gonna do. That's why you surround that with other situations. You know what I'm saying? That's when you surround it and you go, you know what, we compare him with this. He a good bench guy or he's a 20-minute a game guy, 23-minute a game guy. Yeah, I'll be back later. My battery's gone. All right, y'all.